With November well on its way, let's go ahead and take a look at what happened in Mississauga real estate for October. Taking a look at the market snapshot, which you can also find on my Instagram, you can see there was 418 properties sold in Mississauga. That's down 6% since October of last year. And the amount of terminated, suspended, or expired listings is up 29% with 813 of those properties. To be fair, quite a few of the terminated and maybe some of the expired also come back on to the market. So with more properties being terminated and relisted at different prices, of course, we're going to start to see that number climb as sellers try to sort of figure out what pricing their property should be at. Taking a look at all property types, you'll see there's 4.1 months of inventory. That's up 52% since last year. List to sold price ratio, 98%. And that's up 1% since last year. So that's interesting to see that. And looking at average property days on market. And if you haven't seen my other videos, the board puts out these numbers only for all property types. When looking at each individual property type, they have the listing days. Now, the difference is this includes those that have been terminated and relisted. So, for example, if a property has been on the market for 6 months, and then they do a termination and relist at a huge price reduction, let's say, and it sells within a week. Well, now that listing has technically sold in 7 days, but the property itself has been on the market for 6+ months. So this number takes into consideration those terminations and relists. So that's down 13.5%. And the median sold price ended up at $970, which is up 7.8% since last year. Now let's break it down by property type. Looking at condo apartments, 3.9 months of inventory, that is up 77%. The list to sold price is 98, that's up 1%. Listing days is 29, so that's up 3.6%. And the median sold price is $626,630. That's down 3.4%. So what does this tell us from a buyer perspective is there's more inventory, more choices to choose from. List to sold price ratio, well, most likely you'll be able to get a couple of percent off. Potentially, again, it's all relative to if listing price makes sense to market price or not. Homes are sitting 3.6% longer, so maybe you have a little more time to decide instead of at the peak of the market where everything was selling within a week. And the prices have decreased overall. So there's some good opportunity for condo apartments according to those numbers we saw in October. Condo townhomes, 2.7 months of inventory, that's up 22.7%. List to sold price ratio, 99, that's up 1%. Average days on market is 22, which remains the same as last year, so really interesting. And the median price is down 1.5%, ending at $792,000. So maybe condo townhomes might be a good option. A little more inventory to choose from. Now, technically, it is a seller's market, according to this number, just teetering onto a balanced market. So really interesting to see those numbers, like I said. But overall, we could consider things pretty steady from this time last year for the condo townhomes across Mississauga. And looking at semi-detached, 3.1 months of inventory. This is now a balanced market, but you'll see it's up almost 140% since this time last year. For the last couple of years, it seems semis have been in such high demand. Inventory was always super, super low because detached prices were rising so much. And then you had people in condo apartments and condo townhomes wanting to get into a larger property. To a detached was too much of a jump, so everyone was going towards a semi. So inventory was really low and prices were going wild. Now, the list to sold price ratio is 100% on average. Listing days on market is 22 days, so that's actually down 37.5%. So selling much faster, which is really interesting. And the median sold price is down 2.5%, ending at $965,000. So we're back under that $1 million price point for semis across the board when looking at the median price. And detached inventory is up 24%, 3.6 months of inventory there. Average list to sold price is 97%, that's up 1%. Listing days on market is still pretty fast. It's 17 days, so that's actually down 15% since this time last year. And the median price is up 1.5%, really barely anything, all things considered, and ending at $1.32 million for the median price. All right, and there's the quick market snapshot of Mississauga real estate for October 2023. As you can see, as a buyer, there's some great opportunity out there for all property types when comparing the numbers of October of this year versus last year. For the sellers, if you're thinking of selling or if you tried to sell, that these are the numbers you absolutely need to know so you can make an informed decision and speak with your agent on how to price aggressively and market in this type of environment. We're not seeing 60% of properties selling like we were at the peak, where you could pretty much put any price and you'd sell in multiple offers in a few days. Now, a little more strategy involved, and beware of the people who say, well, let's just see what happens, because that's almost a recipe for disaster, except for the few lucky ones. Thank you so much for watching. Any questions, leave them in the comments below. Feel free to reach out as well, and we can set up a one-on-one meeting to discuss your real estate needs. And until next time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.